What is up, everyone? What is up? Today is 11/16. It's a Monday, and I am doing this video a little late today, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing that I'm doing this late. Why? Because we are looking at the stock of Tesla just totally ripping in the after hours. Oh man, Tesla's up 464. Tesla closed at $408. Now trading at $464. That's up about 13-14% because they decided they're going to finally throw Tesla in the S&P 500. So here's the news right here. You know, it'll be added to the S&P 500 from this December 21st to coincide with the December quarterly rebalance. Okay, so they're going to replace another S&P 500 company to be named closer to the rebalance date. So for the most part, that's all you need to know. Well, they actually deciding how are they trying to figure out how they want to include it in the S&P 500? Do they want to do it just a one shot, or they want to do it in kind of two pieces? You know, because Tesla is such a large company. So, well, traders got word of it, and boom. See, if we missed it. And the good thing is, I am in a little Tesla. I bought it last week. Yeah, I bought it last week. It's not much, but, you know, I wanted to actually get more. So we're going to start this video a little different. Normally, I start with what the market did today. But let's go ahead and just analyze this video a little real quick, kind of get my charts up. And you see, I got my lines drawn. I'm looking at the monthly, and I really like the chart. You know, I like the fact that it's like an ascending triangle right there, right? Let me go to the weekly, see a little bit better. You see getting tight in this wedge, and this always happens. You know, as it gets in this wedge, you get in a volatility squeeze, right? And then boom, get that contraction. That's what's happening right now. And Tesla's getting ready to blow, and it always blows right at the tip. For the most part, it does. And sure enough, we're right at the tip, and then boom, you get the news. So this is why I did buy some shares up in here. I did an earlier video that I do like Tesla. It was one of my best stocks that I was kind of looking at, and I did pull the trigger. I wanted to pull the trigger on more, but I guess I missed it. So anyway, we're trading right about here. We are out of the wedge, right in there somewhere, a little close. I say we go to this all-time high. We'll probably test that and maybe hang out a little bit and then blow through. Overall, though, I think we blow through. Tesla, this is a real nice chart, right? It's really like a nice bull flag, ascending wedge, you name it, man. This pattern looks good, and this pattern is going up. All right, so let's go ahead and start the video like I normally started. Hell of a day here, as you see. The Dow up 470 points. NASDAQ up 94 points. Not as good as the Dow, not as good as the S&P, but nevertheless, it is up, and that's what we want to see. In S&P up 1.16. So why was the market ripping like this? It's another bit of news. I mean, today was a newsy day. Some news in the beginning, some news in the end. Moderna, they came out with their own vaccine, which we knew that was coming out. But the thing is, theirs is 94.5% effective. That beats Pfizer at 90%. This is really unbelievable. I believe they can have theirs out even sooner. Don't quote me on that. But regardless, there's another vaccine. Markets are ripping, right? So that's the whole theme. I like this rip instead of last Monday's rip when Pfizer came out, because it held. You can see the NASDAQ tried to give it up like it did last Monday, but it came right back to close almost at the highs. The Dow at the highs, S&P at the highs. That is bullish. Look at the heat map, and you can see what's going on. This heat map was changing throughout the day because the big caps, NASDAQs, they wasn't really participating, and then they kind of closed for the most part in the green or flat. But for the most part, everything looks good. Everything is up. Healthcare is down, diagnostic and research down. You know, just scattering a few reds. For the most part, if you're long the market, your portfolio is up. So what do I want to do in this video? Other than let's look at the Moderna. Let's look at Moderna real quick. So looking at the chart, we got the weekly chart here. And what happened is we printed a doji. We gapped up, printed a doji. This pattern is actually called something. I don't know the name of it, so I'm sorry, because it's kind of hanging up there by itself. I think we have to wait until tomorrow for it that is actually truly defined. But we got a doji, undecision, but we got good volume. What I really like about this on the weekly is how we have a collision here. And I'm actually going to talk about this in some other stock patterns that I've been noticing that I am bullish on. There's some changes I did in the portfolio I'm going to go over with in this video. But I do like the Moderna chart. I like how we have a collision of everything. A collision of the pattern, a collision of the moving averages. Stock chart is moving up, so therefore we are going to move up. And you can see how the moving averages is actually separating, which is going to make this chart go higher. But we do have a gap here. So I'm not saying we're just going to take off and rip. We might come down a little bit down here and then kind of maybe possibly take off. Let me look at the monthly real quick. And it's beautiful. The monthly is absolutely beautiful, but it's mid-month. Okay, that candle is still forming itself. All right, let's pull up the SPX and see what we got here. I'm looking at the monthly. Once again, monthly is beautiful. Pull up the weekly. We kind of breaking out of this range. Let me get rid of all of this stuff here. God damn. All right, here we go. We are breaking out of this range. Seems like it's a little hesitant. The stochastic is moving up. I say we actually start to move higher. I think we might be free and clear unless this is a fake breakout. Now, one of the indices that's been kind of lagging is the NASDAQ, but it actually had a pretty decent day today. Like the fact how it closed on its highs. It's still in a range, but guess what? It's at the top of the range. So let's hope this one needs some more time, okay? Some more time to cook. And hopefully this thing could break out of this range and get into this range and start to go higher. Notice here as well, we have the collision, right? Let me just clear all of that out and draw a collision. It's got the stock charts, the bars, and the moving averages, everything together. See how it's separated here, separated all together. Now we can make that move higher. This sideways action is actually the pullback. Since, what is this date? August, even though it's been up and down, but looking at this weekly, we held the level and everything is together. That's the pullback. All right. So I think we go higher. Now remember, we can also break down and go lower, but I think we go higher. Why? Because we've been going higher. It's just a continuation pattern. And that pattern is going to be to the upside. Now the king, let's look at the king. IWM. Oh man, look, I got drawings all over the place trying to figure this thing out. But you can see the gap up. See how it's held? It finally broke out. It broke out of there. Yes. Pull up the monthly on this one. Look how beautiful that looks on the monthly. It's breaking out. But guess what? This candle is still yet to be drawn. It's mid-month. Now when I pull up the weekly, see we have a nice gap here. We might have to check that. Okay, so not saying we check it tomorrow. It could be 3, 4, 5 weeks from now, whatever, but it's an open gap and the market doesn't like gaps. So that's the IWM. Now I want to talk about some stocks that I actually traded today. Not like a buy, for the most part a buy and hold. Okay, I'm in them for some time unless these things get overextended. And those stocks are, we're going to talk about AMD, which I bought some AMD. I sold Walmart. Now Walmart reports earnings in the morning, I believe. I sold it into the strength today. And I also sold Nike. All right. And I bought some Workday. So let's go ahead and talk about those 4 stocks. AMD. Oh man, this stock is beautiful. All right, so look, I'm looking at the weekly and you can see I got it drawn already, right? Nice bull flag. Here's the pole and here's the flag and it's flagging. I'm waiting for it to break out of this range. All right, I'm waiting for it to break out, draw my little line and head to the upside. So I'm a little premature, but I'm liking how it's holding its level. And what I really like, let me clear that out and let me get this going. And you can see once again, the collision of the stock chart. And we got the slow moving average and the 5 moving average. And when you get that collision, good things happen, right? Do it here, do it here, right? It goes up, right? Collide up. And if you want to do it here, I guess, collide. It kind of went sideways. It's kind of like what's happening right here and up. So we're starting to collide, and I say we go up. So I'm a little premature, but I'm in it. I'm in the range, all right? I'm long AMD. Walmart, let's talk about Walmart. They report earnings, I think, before the bell. Says 11:17 before the market. I love Walmart. I made my money. I was shouting it out way down here. Go back to the early videos on Dre Trades 1. And I was saying I like Walmart right 100. So I was in it. I rolled it all the way up to 150. Made a nice buck on Walmart. And I got out. I think they're actually going to report. See, tomorrow, they're going to report about the whole Walmart Plus, the $99 a year. You know, I think it's going to be good. But then again, I don't know. Walmart always seems to trade funny on earnings. It tends to pop and then drop. And I just didn't want to be involved in any of that because I made my gains, right? So, and if it comes down, I do want to get back in lower. So I'm going to clear all of this out. Unlike the collisions that we was talking about before, clear that out. Look how Walmart is actually overextended away from the moving averages. Now, this stock doesn't do that much. It tends to ride the moving average, right? A little bit over here, and you see what happened. Look at that pullback, right? Here, it does not tend to stay away from these moving averages for a long time. So I'm taking this cue and getting out. And as it comes down, I'll get back in. I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to be long Walmart, but not tomorrow. Now, granted, I may miss it. What generally happens in earnings, what's been happening recently, the stock has been popping and then dropping. Like, so it'll pop, it'll be up 7% when the stock market opens, and it'll drop all day long into the next day, into the next day, into the next day, time and time again. So I don't want to be part of that tomorrow. All right. I don't want to risk it. All right. So let's talk about Nike. I sold Nike. I was telling you guys about Nike since 97, 98. Okay. So I rolled it all the way up, got a nice 30+% gain. I'm deciding to step away from Nike for the same reasons. It's kind of well extended out of that gap. Let me just zoom in a little bit, right? Look at that gap. Now let me zoom back out. How often is Nike way up here? Right? Not much, not much. Nike is another stock that generally trades with the average, right? So it's way up here. I'm going to step aside, take my gains, and wait for a pullback. Now, I absolutely love Nike. This was a hard trade to do. It was hard, but I did it. I did it. I'm out. I'm out of Nike. All right, so workday, right? Final chart. Same thing here. Let's look at the weekly on this one. All right, let's pull up the weekly. And what we was talking about before, I'm seeing the collision. I'm seeing a couple of things, right? I'm seeing this flagpole and kind of a bull flag, right? Now I'm reaching. I'm just trying to draw patterns, all right? I'm seeing that. Okay, I'm stretching on that one, all right? I know it's not the greatest pattern. I'm seeing this, which is like an ascending wedge, kind of like what Tesla was in, right? We looked at Tesla, kind of do something like this, right? Maybe do something like this. All right, so generally consolidation, and then we should see a breakout going something like that. Then if we pull up the monthly, same thing. Moving averages crossing over. Don't like the slow stochastic, but hey, I want to be long workday. I decided to take a shot and go ahead and get in right here. So that's the video. All right, so I hope that you enjoy this video. We talked about Tesla. Oh my gosh, Tesla on fire. I can't find the chart. Here we go. We talked about Tesla. Let's bring it up this way. Oh yeah, it's coming back in. Let's detach that. There it is. We're talking about Tesla. Tesla on fire. being included in the S&P 500, and AMD, Walmart, Nike, and Workday. So a little different kind of video. I kind of jumped all around. When I came in to make the video, I saw this. I'm like, what the? And then I immediately went to I immediately opened up my portfolio to see how many shares of Tesla I own. And I'm like, God damn, I should have got longer. Should have got longer on the Tesla. Anyway, but it's all right. It's all right. I got some action. Today. All right. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hey, subscribe, hit the bell. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're trading. And oh yeah. There was something I wanted to tell you, but it's too late. I need to start it in another video. Maybe I'll make even another video today and drop it. Maybe I'll drop it in the morning. Thanks for watching. This is Dre Trades. I'm out. Peace.